it's Michelle, and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. Happy Wednesday. We are almost to the weekend, guys, and I'm finally moving. I know I feel like it's been 20 years. I'm finally moving on Saturday. So I'm going to give you a heads up. There will be no videos pretty much Friday to about Tuesday. My mom is coming down for 2 days to help me move into my new place. You guys, I am so ready for this to be over. Now, I do have a little bit of some housekeeping. On my last video, I talked about Suzanne Somers, and I mentioned that she grew up with a very strict Irish Catholic father who happened to be a raging alcoholic. I did not say Irish people were alcoholics. If you know anything about Suzanne Somers, she always talks about her heritage as a proud Irish woman. And this was definitely a huge part of her story that she covers in her book. So I may not have said it correctly. Some people misinterpreted what I said, but I did not say Irish people were alcoholics. So I just wanted to clarify that because I would never, ever, ever say Irish people are alcoholics. I love Irish people. Y'all are fun and amazing. So I hope that I clear the air on that misconception because I know a lot of times things can get lost in translation. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today. So you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So there's a mystery shoe that was left at Prince Christian's birthday that is sparking a Cinderella search. Prince Christian most recently celebrated his 18th birthday with a very grand and fabulous gala over at Christiansborg Castle, but a mystery shoe was left behind. Now, the missing shoe has sparked a Cinderella search, which parallels were drawn to the iconic fairy tale of a princess leaving her glass slipper behind at the ball. So who do you think the shoe belongs to? The Danish royal family took to social media to share a picture of the missing shoe, which has a beautiful sparkly gold stiletto from Ditchman. The caption in the post read, "Is it Cinderella who forgot her shoe last night?" I love the fact this is hilarious. And they actually posted it on social media. It's a pretty shoe, by the way. When the guest at Her Majesty the Queen's gala dinner went home yesterday, this lovely stiletto shoe was left at Christiansborg Castle. The owner is welcome to contact us to get it back. Royal fans found the post hilarious and one commenting, "Now you need to send Prince Christian out to try it on all the girls in the kingdom. Otherwise, you'll risk the evil stepsisters coming in as owners." Is it a size 7, Christian? I'm just saying, I wear a 7. That's all. I love this story. So what do you guys think of the mystery shoe being left behind at the gala? So do we have a new British king? A gold coin discovered in Hampshire is stamped with the name Eucertos, a previously unrecorded Iron Age ruler. The coin was found by a metal detectorist and is stamped with the name Eucertos. Experts suggest Eucertos may have ruled as king from Danbury Fort. How cool and exciting is that? Now, experts suggest Eucertos may have ruled as king from Danbury Fort and have called the find one of the most outstanding discoveries from recent decades. I love when we find new history. Initially, the gold coin was expected to fetch around $4,000 at auction, but it sold for a staggering £20,000. I'm sure the guy who found the coin is elated to have made $20,000. I swear to y'all, I'm going to pick up metal detecting as a hobby. There have been quite a few people who have discovered really important historic royal relics by doing some metal detecting. Let me know if you've ever done metal detecting and if you have found a hidden treasure. Now, the coin was dug up by metal detectorist Louis Fudge in a farmer's field in March of this year. He said he's over the moon, and if it were not for the people in the auction room, he would have jumped for joy. Now, they believe the coin was struck sometime between 50 and 30 BC, shortly after Julius Caesar's first Roman raid of Britain in 55 BC. Now, the long-term settlement of Britain by Rome didn't occur until 43 AD, when Claudius was emperor. Now, according to the leading Iron Age experts, they have since studied the coin and deduced it to be struck by a preeminent male figure dubbed Isertos, whose name translates to as mighty as god Essos. Gregory Edmond, an Iron Age coin specialist, said this fabulous piece of prehistoric artwork completes the mental image we have when we think of Iron Age Britain, the war horse, and the chariot. Now, the coin does appear to have classical language like Latin written on the coin. Now, despite the coin's diminutive size, the name of its conceiver, Isertos, now truly echoes down the ages. Isertos was once forgotten, but now his name looms large in the historic record. So they have even opened up a Wikipedia page according to this new undiscovered king. How cool that they are changing the historic record over this wonderful find. So Harry and Meghan were seen arriving in Atlanta on a private flight after spending a weekend on the island of Canouan in the Grenadines. They were seen arriving at the tarmac on Monday after flying to Atlanta from the Caribbean on a private flight. I mean, are we shocked? The two most devoted parents in the entire universe, because according to Harry and Meghan, nobody has been a parent until they arrived on the scene. And they're going to tell everyone how to be a parent. You know, these are the two people who just attended a parent summit in New York City to lecture people on how to safeguard their children online, because as we all know, Harry and Meghan like to put their children first. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the Welleses. That's right, the Welleses, you know, the future King of England and his wife, Princess Catherine. They are the two who are constantly being berated for putting their family first. But Harry and Meghan, the world jet setters, who are always on vacation. I mean, these two live a permanent vacation, so they take a vacation from a vacation. I do find it interesting that the two people who preach family and putting their kids first, and Harry, who wants to break the genetic pain that he suffered as the royal spare, how he was raised by nannies and how he wanted to break that, literally leaves his children for weeks at a time with nannies, or possibly Doria, who's just the hired help according to Meghan Markle. So I do find it a little bit ironic how you have a future King of England who always puts his family first and gets criticized for it. They're calling them, the work-shy Welleses. They make fun of them when they take weeks off during their kids' summer break to spend time as a family, to take vacations as a family. Even Princess Catherine recently received a lot of criticism for not supporting her husband, Prince William, when he jets off to Singapore for the Earthshot Prize, because she is staying home because Prince George is taking a lot of serious exams that is pretty much going to determine his future of education. But no, she's sitting home with her child instead of jetting off to Singapore. Now, I praise William and Catherine for really making a precedence to say, yes, we're royals. Yes, we have a lot of responsibilities, but you know what? Being a parent is our number one job, and putting our 3 kids first while they're children is important to us. because William understands that as a child, both Princess Diana and Prince Charles were always away. And Harry talked about how they were raised with nannies. Now we know that Prince Charles and Princess Diana were good parents, but they were busy parents. And we know that King Charles, his mother, Queen Elizabeth, was gone. She became queen at the age of 25. She was a busy lady. So William, while he has time before he's king, he's making it family time. And I have to say, I applaud William and Catherine for putting their family first. In my opinion, one of the biggest draws that William had to Catherine was her family upbringing. She came from a very close-knit family, the Middletons, and I believe they are modeling their family after Catherine's family. Then you have Meghan Markle, who doesn't really care about family, does she? I mean, the woman ditched her entire family on both sides except for Doria. You have to remember she was also close to Doria's family. And everybody got ditched except Doria. Again, the hired help, in my opinion. You know, the token black mom got to drag her out for appearances. I mean, Meghan's not a dummy, is she? But this is a woman who doesn't scream family values. I mean, she ditched her entire family the minute she got famous and didn't need anybody. Nope, kicked everyone out. And then she made Harry ditch his entire family. So now the two of them are the jet-setting royals who constantly jet around the world on private jets and take 327 gas-guzzling SUVs to go 200 feet. And then these two eco-warriors have the gall, have the audacity to lecture us about the climate. And then to top it off, they throw in parenting advice. Are you serious right now? You two, like I said in my previous video, are not credible. You don't walk the walk or talk the talk. You two are two walking hypocrites. Literally, you preach about the kids. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. My kids. And you literally are never with your kids. A couple of weeks ago, they photographed Meghan Markle in her meet cute moment with one of her fans in the parking lot of the Beverly Hills Hotel at like 9 o'clock at night. Now that hotel, y'all, is like an hour and a half away from her home during the week. You know, she has a 4.5 and a 2.5-year-old at home that Harry and Meghan act like they're up there making macaroni and cheese on the oven, and they're feeding their kids, and they're bathing them, and they're putting to bed, and they're reading them stories because we're such parents. Why are you out on a Wednesday night or a Tuesday night, whatever it was, literally 2 hours away at a hotel? Who were you meeting at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn? Meghan, was it Mr. Getty? Oh, Big Daddy? Were you meeting Big Daddy? Trying to get a check? What were you doing there, Megsy? At a hotel in the middle of the week, away from your children. Huh? This is weird. These two people, we never see those kids even at the park, riding a bike, not even at McDonald's. When she did the infamous, I'm getting milkshakes for the kids at In-N-Out Burger, did she order a Happy Meal? Did we see the kids in the back? No. It's bizarre. So not only did Harry go to the UK for one night, then he went over to Dusseldorf, Germany for like 5+ days. Then Meghan joined him. Then they went to Portugal. Remember that little weekend getaway to see cousin Eugenie. Then they came back. Then they went to New York City for that parent summit, which is laughable. And then they went to the Caribbean island in the Grenadines because, heaven forbid, all that work talking that word salad. Woo, Megsy, she was exhausted, y'all. She was exhausted. I mean, it's really hard to spin that salad, isn't it? Real hard to toss that salad. No pun intended. Anyways, and now they're in Atlanta. They had been gone for at least 2 weeks plus from their kids. That's a lot of time away, like I told you before. They don't just do little, oh, we're going away, for the weekend, an hour away. They internationally travel on private jets really far away from their kids, 10-hour flights away from their kids. That's weird for two people who have two small kids who are so concerned. I mean, you can FaceTime your kids, but that's not really parenting. You can't parent over a Zoom call. I mean, there are people who travel for work, but these people travel for fun. They've had 2 vacations in 2 weeks, y'all. And they're now in Atlanta. Now, there's a rumor she's there to meet Tyler Perry because she's launching a new project. But the point is, the Welleses get criticized for putting their family first. And he's literally a king in training. Then you got the fifth in line who lives a life of leisure, taking some mushrooms, you know what I'm saying, and talking to toilets, little Prince Harry. And then they take 2 vacations in 2 weeks. And they leave their kids for weeks at a time, and then have the nerve to act like they're parents, like they're out there just doing the Lord's work, taking care of their kids. Well, we all know it's their staff and their nannies. I just find the whole thing a little bit ironic how Harry wanted to break the ties of genetic pain and wanted to be a good dad for his kids. But apparently Harry and Meghan think that just FaceTiming their children at night is enough. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely crazy. It just goes to show you where people really put their values. You know that old saying, when people show you who they are, believe them. They can talk all they want, but it's not translating. Everyone has noticed you never see the kids. They're never with their kids. They're always out and about. William and Catherine do a lot of royal duties, but they also include their kids now into the royal fold, and they take family vacations together. You don't see William and Catherine jetting off to islands by themselves for weeks at a time, leaving their kids at home. You know what I'm saying? There's a complete difference between the Welleses and the Sussexes. In my opinion, in about 10, 15 years, we're going to hear a lot from Archie and Lilibet about their parents. I think karma's going to come a-calling for the duo in Montecito. I wonder if Archie's going to get a book deal. What do you think, guys? Leave me your comments down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you have not, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, as I'm trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thanks, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.